At a party in high school I found a bottle of vitamin C pills in the bathroom and decided to tell other drunk kids that it was ecstasy and sold it to them for $20 a pill. I ended up leaving with about $200.
Sell them vitamin E pills, tell them exactly what it is. But emphasize the E and wink of them, told them the truth, continue to get in trouble. If think you meant ecstasy, that S on them.
Slow clap. I wish I had been as smart as you growing up.
Objection! This is big brain time right here.
I think he means the people he ripped off beating his ass. A world of trouble for selling vitamin C. What world do you live in? I sold a dab cart filled with maple syrup to a rapist at.
Won't he stop hitting the upload?
My friend sold Pepto-Bismol pills as Pinclortab 10 seconds in high school. If you're selling drugs to minors, it's perfectly acceptable to sell them fake drugs.
Okay, who s gonna rat him out, though I bought ecstasy from him and it
turned out to be vitamin C. Take him away, boys.
Also, in some places it is a felony to sell fake drugs, not as.
That is selling real drugs, but you know. It's still illegal to sell fake drugs, just letting
people know, so no one actually does this. My mom used to buy those huge white pot mints, XXXX mints, and carve each mint down into 4 tablets, which she sold for $5 each at. Rubs to people who are already fucked up. Entrepreneur.
big brain, but also big pages maybe.
Can't tell if this is evil or actually good. Not selling fake anything, just vitamin E advertised as vitamin E.
Kinda good, because if a kid's new to drugs, they'll
most likely just feel a placebo effect.
A rapist, you say? You're redoing the Lord's work right there. That S not a confession, that S so goddamn hustle. My brother sold Tic Tacs, The Simpsons edition in a
Baggy to some tweakers outside 7-Eleven.
Black of Totes got arrested for this sewer. Yeah, you're right.
Should have sold the real ones first, then when word spread of the quality sold fake shit and bounced.
More likely a third party ratting them out, followed by a closer
inspection revealing the truth. Or maybe they won't feel any high and decide to try harder. Drugs to get to that high. Plot twist, the vitamin C pills were actually ecstasy without you knowing.
I would love to see the court case.
Fake brain swirl pages. Actually selling fake anything is a scheduled illegal drug is also illegal in the USA. It carries the same penalty.
One extra step, you now also have to convince them with the soft jaw.
Formulation helps with absorption all the times we're live in.
Yeah, it's just pancake flavor. Load wire and straight into heroin.
Someone silly enough to mistake vitamin C tablets for ecstasy isn't
going to have a bunch of guys that can beat his ass for it.
Legal-wise, selling fake drugs is still a felony.
This actually happens regularly, ends with everyone jailed.
Sure, I will.
Getting your ass kicked or getting ratted out by an angry customer and then getting a felony for selling imitation, both pretty shitty outcomes. Yeah, I'd be fucking surprised the people I went to school with
Would start a fight over anything. Honestly, I think it would totally go through vitamins to need a prescription.
And they never even mentioned any psychoactive substance totally on the bias. Why would anyone pay $20 for a brownie? That is ridiculous. And $40 you me asking to be mugged off.
It's true, I was the maple syrup. At least they were only vitamin C pills gave their immune systems a boost.
All well and good, but ex-sister.
Years ago my son took money to go get some girl a quarter and took so
Long but the girl called the police.
it was in Alabama.
Apparently one where vitamin C is equal to meth.
People who just want to have fun, high schoolers shouldn't be taking ecstasy for fun, WTF.
It's usually different with some high school kids who most likely only bought it just because it was available. Interesting enough, Tic Tacs.
This guy lawyers. Sources please.
I knew I had seen this somewhere.
Until they think the drugs don't have any effect on them, and double the dose once they had actual ecstasy and you may do the dying thing.
High school.
It can be both.
I sold crushed up Tylenol as coke when I was about 15 made
$400 in a day with my ex-sister. I don't think anyone else gonna sue for falsely selling them illegal drugs.
Especially if they're Vit C tablets, no way. And how is that gonna taste the same?
Mama need this vitamin boost.
If you even look at a vitamin C tablet and
Think it could be an Udon to know what a new tastes like, lol.
Oh okay, so selling real drugs is legal, cooler s.
He sold you one, didn't he?
That's a lot of intricate carving work she earned her dollar.
HM who wants to buy some vitamin E.
Yeah, because I'm sure a teenager world wanted to admit they were trying to buy drugs and ended up getting hung as fake drugs instead.
It's evil selling vitamins for $1.20 to people who just wanna
have fun is stealing and just a bit shitty.
Now this is funny.
I am in high school right now, actually now I just need to have friends so I get invited to parties.
What's illegal about selling vitamin E with a side of Winky?
Damn, now that's evil. They will kick your ass. My husband brought horse chaff cut up hay as marijuana as a teenager.
People shouldn't be fucking over others with fake drugs.
Yeah, it depends who you're selling to. People in Ireland are a bit more aggressive about that stuff. Good way to get your ass beat.
Like imagining the pull.
That's pretty damn easy to get cold medicine.
That's selling two drunk people in a random party I doubt anybody will remember. The pills, much less the dude who sold them.
You Americans have such a large pages.
Flintstones gummy vitamins, they're the most powerful drug of all.
AITA doesn't matter. What it is, it matters. What you say it is.
Shoulder done nice and then they'd get the flush and think they were actually working. Likely more than you would take if you thought it was ecstasy low.
That's a truly shitty thing to do.
It's their body, they can do what they please.
I meant to say my ex-boyfriend's sister.
Fill capsules up with caffeine.
Selling fake drugs isn't cool for sure, but chill out everyone, this is why drugs
Should be legal. Feed the black market breeds this sort of thing.
Very much so, depends on the judge.
Low right, I was the grimy high school kid that ransacked dealers' lockers. If you're selling weed at school, don't keep QPS behind a shitty master lock.
That sounds like a good way to get someone to think drugs are into that.
Hectic and try again to find them hurt themselves.
The amount of time my friends bought bunk acid and the amount of times they did something.
besides complain and not buy from the guy again is like 15-0.
You can also be charged with intent to distribute imitation CDS, at least in my state, and that carries the same penalties as real CDS. On you troll, imagine having a rival gang when you're
Not even in a gang.
they are more chaotic neutrals. It's both illegal and not for a good cause. No.
But this seems more chaotic good, but neutral makes sense too. Seems to only be in English-speaking countries. It don't have it here at least.
So Till going to sell some vitamins.
Read the link.
1 in 20 people have a vitamin C deficiency. If anything, he was doing everybody a favor.
Oh man, you're confusing deceitful with smart, and that's why we can't have nice things. What were they expecting to receive?
1 in 16 teaspoons 200 milligrams is the correct serving size regardless.
Yes, lucky he didn't try this on the streets. This kind of
Bullhead move could get him killed.
I just coughed really hard at the thought of vaping maple syrup.
I had one for an assassination comma Pacer 2019 or 06.
Or 26, or in English, or 1,561,561,148,759,643 amphil.
Thanks to the war on drugs, it is now easier for people to get meth than it is for them to get cold medicine. It where you live, but many high schoolers in Australia take caps. The good cause is ensuring young people aren't ingesting something potentially deadly.
Oh, most definitely apologies, if I came off as completely dismissive of the danger. Oh no, sorry, if I came across as intense, that was not my intention. Around these parts, shit like that can get you capped.
You should watch Go Good movie.
I used to work at a large supermarket and would knock off a pack of cigarette sand.
Sell them to kids in school for 50c each, pure profit.
Remember that 1 or 16 teaspoons is the correct dose.
Should I sold real drugs 2 days ago?
I froze milk duds, broke off the chocolate outside and crumbled the
Inside, and sold a couple big all chunks to a dude in Chicago as heroin made.
quick $400.
Where do you guys live that doing this one to result in
Getting your ass beat if they find out. You called good, sir.
How ridiculous.
Or just as bad depending on where you live.
Mostly these are gonna be HS freshmen naive and desperate for the street cred.
Selling fake drugs is still illegal.
What would the kids say though if they wanted to get him in like, hey, I tried buying ecstasy from this kid and it did work.
They go sold a vitamin C pill for $20.
would you sound like the type to get caught?
Not the type that makes money.
Why else would they do it?
Hence why I said they should wait a few years. Oh, I love this. You're so cute.
Too polite Reddit is a better love story than Twilight.
What kind of dirt weed was it that you could?
Keep a QP in your locker if you're selling.
It will be able to be vacuum sealed every time you open it.
Not dirt weed, just some idiot bragging and showing to many people that he brought the score. That was probably my biggest lick. Usually it was 4 ramen ounce or less, like I said, high school kid.
I know I do definitely be throwing hands, fuck knives, and those who do that.
Niacin does that.
B6 and B12 do as well.
Hey, at least you were looking out for the health of your customers.
Well, that shit is whack, will get you higher than codeine.
Beat him up bad and not once.
Put them on sale 2 for 1, and call it vitamin extra C. My friend did something like this, lost all his front teeth.
In grade 9, my best friend and I sold dried up mushrooms from the fridge to some other girls before a school dance. One of the girls was totally fake tripping out. Lol, I still cringe thinking about it.
This shit right here, nigga, jelly beans.
Dude, you're a legend honestly, and hey, no harm done, just a little dent in some
people's wallets. Also, I can imagine them all acting like they're high, but
really just being full of vitamin C.
Hello.
Don T, you mean with the linky?
It's not like the buyers are gonna go crying to the police when they tried to buy ecstasy.
It got vitamin E though, so you should be good.
THC oil cartridge that you can vape. Thanks for answering. Don't know what an oil cartridge is either, but I
Guess I don't know a lot about drugs. That grape flavor though, I used to love them, chewable tart flimmy stones. I never heard of them gummy ones, the times are changing.
Possession of a substance in lieu of the controlled substance is an actual thing, since you claimed it was drugs. They could bust you as if it really was drugs.
No, I don't think I will, because that sounds like BS.
still illegal to sell real drugs too.
An adverse reaction for me is less dependent on dose and more dependent on situation.
I completely agree with you. If this happened at the high school I went to,
They would have gotten fucked up.